Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be comparing the HG40 with the RUS79U. Now, in case you guys didn't know, the HG40 actually got a nerf recently, so people have been wondering whether it's still, in the top 5 guns to use in ranked and scrims and stuff, and if it's still viable in this game, and obviously if it's still the best gun in the game. Basically, I'm going to be comparing it in this video mainly just with the RUS, since they're both like a really versatile SMG. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, because we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before Christmas. Alright, I just want to say that all the gameplay in this video is in Legendary Ranked, so I'm not just going up against, bots in public match lobbies. And as you can see here, the HG40 is still really prominent. It seems it has the same feeling. It doesn't really feel like it's been nerfed, and I'll explain why that is the case later on. But right now, as you guys can see, I'm rocking the platinum skin on my HG40. Hipfire is not the best with the HG40, as you guys probably know. But yeah, the HG40's got great movement. It's got my class has got a really good recoil control. And the HG40 itself just has really decent recoil control. It's got a really good ADS speed as well. So it's basically just all around a really good gun. But it does have a bit of a slower fire rate than the RUS. I just want to point that one out. So you do have to be a little bit more accurate with your shots. But yeah, if we look at the time to kills comparing the old HG40 and the new HG40 over here, you guys can see that there's actually not that much of a difference in the time to kills. It's actually really similar. So the nerf is really small, but however, that is actually only like the top half of the body, the chest and the head. However, if we head over to the legs, as you guys can see, there is a massive drop off at close range. It goes from 272 to 362. So basically, you just want to, not aim at the legs and the hands, because once you aim there, it basically makes it one of the slowest killing SMGs inside of the whole entire game. And it just makes it really bad. So the good thing is that that only applies to the legs and the hands. However, I feel like if you drop shot a lot, that may be a problem, because when you drop shot, sometimes you just kind of tend to aim the lower parts of the body, and then you're going to be getting a really bad time to kills. So that's going to be a huge downside to the HG40. And that will definitely factor in at the end when I tell you guys which gun is better. But yeah, that's the HG40, and that's basically the nerf that it received this season. Let's go ahead and hop into the RUS79U. Okay, so the RUS79U is just one of those guns that have been really prevalent inside of the meta in Call of Duty Mobile for basically every season. Besides when the snipers, it's literally survived every season. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, I can go on. But like, this gun has been in the meta for so long, and with all the nerfs that have come to it, it still has, made itself a name in, the top guns in the game. So that's just absolutely insane. And basically that comes down to the movement speed, its ADS speed, and its iron sight. It's just a really great feeling gun. While the time to kills may not be as good as guns such as the HG40, it's got a really great feel to it, and sometimes feel is what matters. Yeah, I just absolutely love this gun. I really love the movement on it. It feels really fast, really clean, really smooth. Yeah, it just feels like a really great gun. However, if we do get to time to kills, I don't actually have the stats over here with me, but I do know for a fact that the RUS basically drops out at every single range compared to the HG40. So that is a pretty big downside. However, now with the new HG40 nerf, I feel like you could definitely win against HG40s now, because sometimes it's just inevitable to hit an occasional leg shot or an occasional arm shot. So I feel like the RUS is in a much better place than it was before inside of the meta right now, and I feel like it's making its comeback. And it's just a really fun gun to use. If you guys didn't know, the RUS is basically my favorite gun in the game. Basically just because, as I said before, great movement, and definitely one of my favorite iron sights. It's just got a really clean iron sight. And yeah, that's basically the RUS79U. Let's head into which one I think is better. Alright, so if you guys have watched the Call of Duty Mobile Championships, you guys will know that the HG40 was used basically the most basically because it was just an SMG that acted like an AR and had insane time to kills. And that's basically the HG40 in a nutshell. It's just this really versatile gun that just lasers at close range, medium range, and sometimes even long range. That's the great thing about it. While the RUS is all of those things as well, I just feel like it doesn't really stand up to the HG40, just because the HG40 does do basically the everything the RUS does, but just a little bit better. If we're talking about the nerf here, it's really not that, you know, difficult to get past, because if you guys look into the championships, you will see that the DRH is also used a lot, and just a lot in the comp scene in general. DRH is really popular, and basically the DRH is only viable with an OTM attachment, which basically means that when you hit like the legs and the arms, it doesn't do as much damage, and it just makes the time to kill really terrible. However, that has not stopped people from using the DRH. You still see people, so many people, especially in the NA comp scene, you see a lot of people using DRHs, and that's, yeah, I mean, it didn't stop the DRH. Why should it stop the HG40? The HG40's basically got better movement, it's got a faster ADS speed, it's got more rounds in its magazine, and it's got a faster fire rate as well. So I highly doubt this nerf is gonna, you know, hinder the dominance of the HG40. I feel like the HG40 is just still a really prevalent gun inside of today's meta, and even though sometimes the time to kills may drop off just occasionally, if you just hit a leg shot and an arm shot, I'd say it's indefinitely better than the RUS79U. However, in the end, when it comes down to you know, personal playing, all that type of stuff, I mean, if you have a better feel with the RUS79U compared to the HG40, I mean, go for it, because that's your thing. If that's your thing and you perform better with it, there's no need to be ashamed of or anything. I mean, I actually prefer to use the RUS over the HG40, just because I like the feeling of the RUS better. But yeah, as it's just like all about feeling when it comes really close to this. But if you are equally prominent with both of the guns, then I definitely do feel you just go with the HG40. I mean, there's not really that much to say. HG40 is still really good. I think they should have put a harder nerf on it, to be honest, because it's just been dominating for like what, the past 2 seasons, 3 seasons, I don't even know, man. But yeah, that's basically the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you prefer more, the HG40 or the RUS79U? And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.